Hello, Earth Page. Welcome to Pages of Ascension. Call me Shay. This is your weekly reading for February 24th through March 2nd. And although I am giving you a date, the aim of my readings is always to be timeless, signless, and genderless. Be patient with me on the genderless. Programming is hard to break, but it can be done. So if this message is meant for you, something will resonate. If not, it does say for entertainment purposes only. So give me a like if you were entertained. Either way, square peg, round hole. Don't make it fit if it doesn't. So, just gonna get the energy going. When I was meditating on your energy, it's very strange. I just kind of started to feel sick to my stomach, and my jaw was getting really tense. And I was hearing this song by Jack Johnson, Say What You Need to Say. It's basically the whole song. Nice song, I like it, but that's what I kept hearing. I also got heartbroken, so it's quite an energy change from the fire reading that I literally just did. I do a 5-minute meditation to kind of clear and ground between every element. Some elements are a little easier to connect with than others. I have a pretty decent balance of all of them in my chart, but I am a first house Aries sun. So it could be a little intense and on the super energetic side, if you will. My chart is very interesting to me, and I say that knowing a limited amount of astrology. Anyways, all right, let's get it going. You might just need to go with the flow on this, whatever it is. Picking up here, which I don't know because the card hasn't flown out, but I'm here and go with the flow. Actually find that term really annoying. It's not something I say. I usually say I just go with it. Inner voice. Okay, so this is the Osho Zen Tarot, and I love this deck because it's super practical and grounded and does a really good job of painting all the facets of human nature. You know, what's real, grounded in the physical, which is earth signs, right? So in this deck, this is the High Priestess, and they call it inner voice, your inner knowing, or also known as your higher self, your star player. That's the most recent term that I've learned. I kind of like it, your star player. But your higher self, your unconscious consciousness, if you will. Too many. So typically what happens when the High Priestess is like the very first card that comes out, when it's usually the very first, okay, I'm just going to put it this way. At any point, the High Priestess comes out in a reading that I'm doing, I take it as, that's still too many cards, but we've committed to it now. But when she comes out, it's usually, I've already told you something that you knew, or I'm about to tell you something that you already know. Like, you already know whatever it is that's going on. This is basically going to be a confirmation reading. So keep that in mind if you decide to continue to watch. I'd appreciate it if you do, entertainment and all. Oh, Okay. So, not super talkative. Oh, that's beautiful. So we've got what would traditionally be, I guess, the Four of Wands, but it's um, what I'm hearing is you're co-creating. So it's almost like it's the answer to someone asking the question, well, I don't get it, Shay, why is this happening? You're co-creating. When you co-create, you're participating in the abundance of your own life. You know, you can't just say, well, I want this to happen, now go. Like, it doesn't work like that. You have to actually make the moves, you know, make steps, do something to forward your goal or to move towards your goal, um in order to get that abundance. You know, it's kind of like you start rolling the ball downhill and then spirit intercepts. No, that's a bad analogy. Okay, so say you run track, because I used to run track, and you're doing like the 4x4 relay, right? um and let's say this 4x4 relay is, you know, your manifestation process. You know, you're starting, you know, little shotgun thingy goes off, you start running, and that's you getting the inception of the idea of whatever it is that you want to manifest. Or let's go 2x4, whatever. In my scenario, you might be running a whole lap. Anyways, um, you're rounding your first corner, so you've reached the idea that, okay, I definitely want this. This is something that I'm manifesting. I'm choosing to put my energy into this. This is what I want to manifest. Okay. And you're running and running and running and running. You're still putting forth the effort. You're still participating in trying to finish the race, right? But you get to a certain point in there and there's spirit kind of hanging out like, hey, I'm ready. Hurry up, get the baton, do what you're supposed to, so I can help you, manifest this. I see you're participating. I'm ready to help in and get you through the last leg of this race. Okay. So you get to a certain point and spirit takes the baton and takes over. Now you're still running, you know, but spirit's about to go and help you finish the race. Almost kind of like lifted you up and carried you over the finish line, right? Another bad analogy. Hopefully some of you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Rando. Okay. But in any case, in order to get what you're going after, you have to participate in it. And you know this. You know you're not doing enough. You know, just wishing and hoping isn't going to get you there. So, let's see. Oh my goodness, moving stuff. Wow, did it really take me 8 minutes to say that? So we have tuning in. Okay. Again, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. Completion. Ooh, Thunderbolt. So this is the Tower card in this deck. And this is the World card in this deck. And what it's telling me is that as soon as you, literally, as soon as you listen to your inner voice and tune into your star player, you will get the answers that you need. And it's literally going to rock your freaking mind, because you're going to finally understand something that you've been, I think, kind of grappling with, or even having trouble letting it go. And it's about I'm going to say a previous experience, because that's kind of what wanted to come out before I tried to stop there. But something you were really passionate about, something you were moving towards. And you have to let go of that now. For whatever reason, it isn't realistic to continue going down this path. Yeah, I attribute this to you coming to some type of awakening because you listen to your inner voice. And I'm going to keep reinforcing that. You already know, okay? You already know. You just need to tune in, block everything out, block out all these distractions and these ghouls and this jacked up energy. Just block it out and center yourself. And it will become very clear exactly why you need to let go of some experience or thing. Yeah, you're complete on your own. I don't pick love up in this at all. At all. This is very spiritual. Like, you're complete on your own. And under that, you're in tune with the source. So, yeah, you need to tune in, tap, tap it on, tap on that third eye, and a lot's going to become clear. Let's go ahead and clarify, though I kind of feel like I don't need to. Okay, we'll go through it. We'll see what else pops up. So, what about the inner voice? Yeah, you're gonna come to an understanding of why you had to go through something, and that's gonna enable you to let it go. Yeah, that's gonna enable you to actually let it go. You need to tune in, do a cleanse, meditate, whatever it takes to quiet your mind so this can come to you, so you can get this strike of genius. Even we can call it that. So I think I was about to say I don't see love in this at all, but I think it might actually have to do with love. Yeah. Again, spirit, my guides, you know, those love and light beings and squishy things that work through me to bring these messages really love to double down. This is why I like to use two decks, because I always find it super entertaining when it's like, I need to clarify this, and it comes out with the same exact card. So on this, it's the High Priestess, quite literally doubling down. You already know. Like, this is literally a confirmation reading. It had to do with an emotional offer that was probably immature. It could just have to do with sharing some emotion. Like, rhodochrosite is actually a very, very powerful stone, and so is aventurine. Aventurine is luck, and I kind of consider rhodochrosite to be like a helpful with alignment, if that makes sense. But the fact that it's pink means it can also be associated with love, but I would say what's more motherly love, angelic love, spiritual love, not romantic love. But yeah, you already know. You already know. This is nuts. Okay, so I'm going to go through and see if anything comes out, but because it can't exactly clarify with the High Priestess again. But this situation, you already know that you need to, like, tune stuff out so you can figure out what's going on, like why. I'm going to say why this experience keeps coming up. You're going to figure out why everything has gone down the way it is. Whatever this insight is that you're going to get is going to enable you to push through whatever emotion that's been holding on to you. Yeah, let's just clarify. Yeah. Okay, too many. Just one. Oh, so you got the Nine of Swords, just fluorite. You've been really imbalanced. Nine of Swords is the Nightmare card. It's that thing, like, they say, there's a saying that the thing that keeps you up at night is either the source of your greatest pleasure, or your greatest pain. This reminds me, just the way that this is kind of all tying together. I'm not getting a whole lot, so you actually could be someone who's very intuitive as well. Which is why the High Priestess came out twice. Haha. Whatever the situation moment is, it's something that mess with your ability to believe in your talent. And you're gonna, I don't know, Charite is one of those that I feel like, here, hold on one second. Because this is actually a stone that I haven't personally worked with, so I can never really remember what it stands for. I have a go-to site. 17 pages open. I do always, for whatever reason, whenever I see Charite, I always want to think chariot, like movement, some type of movement. We'll see if I'm right. So it's a stone of acceptance. Transmutes negative energy. Overcoming exhaustion. It helps. It's a cleanser. Okay, so actually that makes sense. So you need to heal your emotions. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Because we've got a lot of water on the table right now. So emotional turmoil. So the emotional turmoil will, I feel like, again, it all comes back to you, like, I don't know if you need to go on vacation or go for a walk or plug in your headphones, dance it out in your living room, whatever it takes to get you to this place. You see how serene she is right now? Like, she's chilling. Whatever it takes to get you there, that's what's going to bring you enlightenment. I mean, that's what it keeps coming down to. This would be mental and emotional turmoil. Because of the combination of the cards, it led to a tower moment. It kind of forced you to reconnect to yourself. Yeah, I keep hearing the Gavin DeGraw song, Chariot, or whatever the Chariot song is. I'm kind of hearing that. And it's not because Charite looks like Chariot, like the word or something. It's Charite reminds me a lot of Seraphonite, which is another high vibrational, what I like to call angelic stone. It has that whispery, feathery looking pattern in the stone. Google it. There's some really, really nice specimens out there that you can look at on images, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. So it's like if Seraphonite is the communicator, Charite is the spark of movement. I don't know. That's just kind of what I've always thought about the stone, but I've never personally worked with it yet. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. Anyways, moving on. What is this experience? Let's clarify experience. You're super drained. Yeah, that's too many. Very somber. Very somber. It's almost like you have a big decision or some kind of decision to make. I thought I saw something flip. Too many. One or two clarifiers. Are we really going to spend a bunch of minutes not popping out a card? Okay, so apparently there's nothing to clarify. You know what this experience is. You know what this experience is. That's all I can really say about that because there's nothing coming out for it. So, let's look out. Letting go. Again, too many. Way too many. Actually, which one's flipped over? It was this one and this one. So we'll take these two. I didn't even make that connection. There's our Chariot. So Sujilite is a really, really awesome stone. If you're a really sensitive empath, which I kind of suspect you are just based on what's on the table for the person or persons who really resonate with this reading, it's kind of hard to find, but it can be done. If you can find Sujilite, give yourself a go at wearing that for, until you lose it, it cracks, until you're called to wear a different stone. That's kind of what I do. Sujilite is one of the stones that I have worked pretty extensively with. And it's great to kind of help protect you, for one. Like, it's highly protective. I consider it to be up there with black tourmaline. Actually, no. Nothing is more protective than black tourmaline. But this is really, really good for empaths. Let me put it that way. It kind of helps patch the holes that we have in our own body, if that makes sense. Because it's very easy to take on other people's energy, like incredibly easy to, like, I know I can speak for myself, really. It took probably a year and a half for me to really determine when it was my energy and when it was someone else's energy, and like to be able to recognize that my mood was changing not because of me but because of someone's energy that I came into contact with. And Sujilite was one of the helpers with that. It helped me to kind of figure out where my baseline is. So yeah, the fact that this is coming out, Chariot, the Chariot of Ascension, if you will, or the movement towards ascension. Soon as you tune in, like, it's all going to become clear, and you're going to be letting go is going to make you feel so damn good. So good. Emotionally. Like, you're going to feel like a ton of bricks has literally been lifted off of you. It's beautiful, really. It's really, really beautiful. So really, it keeps coming back to this reinforcement of you need to get in tune with yourself. Slow down, meditate, go on vacation if you can. Yeah. Find a way to slow yourself down, and what's going on with you will become clear. Okay? All right. Let's get into the map deck. See if we can get some more insight. Overall insight. And then we'll pull two other oracle cards to kind of sum things up. Yeah, you're feeling super drained though. Like my energy is like taking a tapping into you guys. I love it. 2 comes out. Okay. We have Magical Map Shifter in reverse and Sad Embrace in reverse. So what I do with some of my decks, this one specifically, because this the Enchanted Map deck, which I just call the map deck, this is actually a really potent deck. So I know it, but I don't have it memorized. So I like to read out of the book for this particular one. Just because like the cards these are very, very powerful cards. Like if you're, I'm going to say like a brand spanking new light worker, or you've realized that this is your path and you're looking for tools or trying to decide on a deck, if you're into oracles or you're being drawn to oracles, I would highly suggest this deck. Always go with what calls to you, but I find this deck to be very grounded, very realistic in the human condition, kind of like the Osho Zen Tarot. So, okay. In reverse, it says, opposite day, get out of denial. To have the life you want, the vibration must match. Our greatest pain leads to frequency ascension. What did I just say? This person is a catalyst. Everything else is an illusion. So whatever it is that, and again, I'm not getting a whole hell of a lot of information here because apparently this is something very private and not to like blast somebody's info all over YouTube, I guess. Yeah, whatever this experience is that you had, it's a catalyst. This is a catalyst. This experience is a catalyst. Or at least it can be if you let it, because there's always free will. Doesn't mean you have to. The spirit is saying that you should. Let's go ahead and read Sad Embrace. Drop the entitlement attitude. Your ego is doing you more harm than good. This loss shall pass too. You are not a victim. Embrace all of your feelings. Be grateful. Take responsibility. There's value in this experience. What did I just say about this experience? This experience is a catalyst. So, maybe you're feeling high and mighty about something. For those that this resonates with, I don't even see any cards here that would speak to you feeling like you're going into battle about something, but there's something that has happened and it's kind of got you all messed up and all up in your head. And this is what would be considered a tower moment. We did have the tower come up. Yeah, rejection is protection. But ultimately, this experience was a catalyst for something better to come. Definitely something better to come. Because this is the energy. This is the overall energy. This is equivalent to the Four of Wands in every other tarot deck. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, we're going to be a little over half an hour again. I tried, I swear. Although these guys go pretty quick. So this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments. I love it because it's all flower inspired and stuff. And very practical. with these. I just kind of let a card flip out. So secrets. This came out for fire as well. So I don't know if you're an earth page that's also got some fire in your chart. But yeah, secrets. So this is if you need to tune in order to determine something, don't blast that to everybody. Don't tell everybody. The only secrets that I'm seeing here are the secrets that you're keeping, and I think it's the secrets you're keeping about yourself, and probably the fact that you're intuitive. That's what I'm getting from this. Like literally, that's all I'm getting from this. Maybe even the experience that you had was a secret and no one knows about it. Either way, this one's kind of a double-edged sword because secrets do have a tendency to come out when, or they can come out if it's for your highest good. But at the same time, it could just be saying that you need to keep yourself secret on the deal. Don't let everybody know what you're doing. Just do it. Okay, let's see what. Oh, having a brain fart. I should have this deck. Eyes of the Soul. Yes. Let's see what the Eyes of the Soul have to say. And then we'll sum this all up. Last one. Okay. Magic is alive. Ask for your divine child. So this is making me think too, you could be asking about an experience you haven't had yet, which would be if you wanted to be a parent, but you're not a parent yet. That could be the secret. Somebody's pregnant. I'm not necessarily picking that up like anywhere, but divine child. So it could be saying you need to tap into your inner child. It could be spiritually too that your grandmother surrounds you. Like there's a maternal figure that's kind of keeping watch on you and making sure you're okay. Follow the breadcrumbs. Follow the synchronicities. That's interesting. Okay, yeah. So part of you tuning in, I'm going to say, is to follow the pieces of the puzzle. Follow the synchronicities, and that's going to help you figure out what it is you need to figure out about your situation or this experience. Like Spirit is being very close lip about this. So yeah, that's what I got for you. So thanks for tuning in, Earth Pages. I hope this helps. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm kind of new at this, so bear with me as I, figure out all my spiels and all that stuff. But yeah, be the spark. Take it easy.